mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and equally likely. Is equal to factorial 12, as 12 people can be arranged among themselves in factorial 12 ways. Right? Now, what is the condition here? That there always have to be 3 people between x and y. Now, we are going to find out in how many ways can we arrange x and y in this cube of 12 people such that there are always 3 people between x and y. Let's find that out first. Okay. Now, first of all, 3 people are there between x and y. These 3 people, total number of people is how many? Apart from x and y, there are 10 people, right? So these, from among these 10 people, we have to select 3 people that are always between x and y, right? We will first select and then arrange them, right? Am I audible? Can you hear me, or is there some kind of connection problem?
Yes, sir. Can hear you?
Okay, you heard everything what I said.
No, sir.
Now,
Only last part I heard.
okay. Now see that these 3 people that are there between x and y, they have to be chosen from among how many people? From 10 people, right? Because apart from x and y, there are 10 people, right? So first of all, we select these 10 people. We choose these 10 people. Okay. So how do we choose? 10 persons can be selected. Sorry, 3 persons, not 10. 3 persons can be selected out of 10. Which are between x and y, obviously. In how many ways? 10C3 ways, right? Now, once I have selected, they can be arranged among themselves also. So 3 people can be arranged
Yes.
among themselves in factorial 3 ways. 3 persons can be arranged among themselves in factorial 3 ways, right? Now see, x and y, along with these 3 people that are always between them, this entire chunk of persons, they can be placed anywhere in the line, right? They can be placed here in the beginning of the line, they can be placed here, or they can be placed here, or maybe they can be placed at the end also, somewhat, right? So that is
Yes,
why
sir.
if I consider this as a single unit, right? How many people are there now? How many people were there initially? There were 12 people, right? So from 12
Yes.
people, let me write this first. So now considering x and the 3 people between them as a single unit. Number of people available. Now this I am considering as a single unit. So there were 12 people in total, minus 5 because these 5 people I am removing, right? And because all these 5 I am considering as a single unit, so I add 1. So this is 13 minus 5, which is 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Because these 8 people can be placed anywhere, right? These 8 people can be arranged among themselves in how many ways? Factorial 8 ways. These 8 people can be arranged among themselves in factorial 8 ways. So therefore, number of ways in which there are always three people between X and Y is how many? 10C3 into, they can be arranged among themselves, right? This 10C3, this factorial 3, and finally this factorial 8, right? So now if I define the event A as there are three people between X and Y, therefore, how many events favorable to A? Is equal to 10C3 into factorial 3 into factorial 8. These are the events favorable to A because this is the number of ways in which three people are always there between X and Y. Hence
Yes, sir.
required probability is PA, which is equal to 10C3 into factorial 3 into factorial 8. And how many events that were mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and equally likely? Factorial 12.
12.
So this comes to 4 by 11. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Remember the logic. Now the same logic, there is one problem at the end of this exercise. Same logic we are going to do for a circular arrangement. This arrangement that we have done here is a linear arrangement. You see, they were standing in a line, right? All these.
Yes, sir.
So this was a linear arrangement. Same logic we are going to apply in circular arrangement. Okay, except there will be a slight variation there, but the logic will remain the same. Okay, so try to remember the logic. Move on to the next one. Next one is a very interesting problem also, and somewhat we can consider an important problem also. Requires a little bit of understanding, and this problem is going to clarify a lot of concepts. Okay. Number 15. 3 cards are drawn at random, one after another, from a pack of 52 cards. Okay. Remember, 3 cards drawn at random, one after another. Okay. What is the probability that? And you have 3 questions. Okay. So first of all, 3 cards are being drawn out of a pack of 52 cards. So how many events that are mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and equally likely? How many?
52C3.
52C. Number of events that are mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and equally likely is equal to 52C3. As any 3 cards can be selected out of 52 in 52C3 ways. Right? Fine. Now we start answering the first question. All 3 are red cards. Now this is a cakewalk. We have already done this. What should be the answer? Piyush, what should be the answer?
Yes, sir.
What should be the answer?
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, 52 into.
No. See now, if A is the event that all 3 cards are drawn are red cards, how many events favorable to the event A? There are 26 red cards, and you can select 3 in 26C3 ways, right? right? Hence, what is the required probability? PA, which is equal to 26C3 divided by 52C3. Clear? Any question?
No, sir.
Moving on to the second one. Now see, second one, look at the second and the third question together. Okay. Now there's something that I would like you to note. The first two are spades and the third is a heart. That is the second question. Okay. And third question is, you see, two are spades and one is a heart. What is the difference between these two questions? What is the difference?
So the order. There
Order
is
is
saying the
specified.
first. Here is
Yes,
not.
exactly.
Yes.
The order is specified. But if the order is specified, what should be the difference between these two questions? What should be the difference between these two questions? See, this event here can be broken up into mutually exclusive three mutually exclusive events. What events? One of them is this. First two are spades and the third is a heart. Right? Second is what? First is a spade, then heart,
Yes.
and then spade, right? So this event here that you see, number 3, two are spades and one is a heart. This event can be broken up into this event first. First two are spades and the third is a heart. Second this, and the third can be what? First heart and then two spades, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means this event is actually a general event. Okay, number 3 is a general event, and number 2 is actually a part of number 3. Okay, so we'll be coming across this kind of a question a little later. Okay, but just observe the difference between the two. That is what I wanted you to know. Second question here is, the first two are spades and the third is the heart. Okay, so what I do here is I call B be the event. First two are spades and the third is a heart. Okay, how many events favorable to B? Can you tell me? How many events favorable to B?
So 13 C2 into 13 C1.
That is a mistake, common mistake that you make. See that the order is
But
specified here, right? So the first two
yes,
are
sir.
spades and the third is a
Yes.
heart. That means in the first drawing you are getting a spade. So out of 13 spades, first is a spade, okay, which can be
Yes.
done in 13C1 ways. Now once you have drawn,
Yes.
because you are drawing one after the other, once you have drawn the first one, how many spades left? 12 spades left, right?
Yes.
So from
Yes,
these
sir.
12, you are selecting another spade in 12C1 ways, right? And
Yes, sir.
finally, you have a heart, right? And
Yes.
hearts, how many hearts are there?
13.
13 hearts. So one heart you can draw in 13C1. So this is the number of
Yes.
as the first spade can be drawn in 13C1 ways. The next spade from the remaining 12 spades in 12C1 ways. And a heart from 13 can be chosen or can be drawn in 13C1, right? So this is the reason. So what is the required probability? PB. is equal to 13C1 into 12C1 into 13C1 divided by 52C3.
Three.
Okay, and this should come to now whatever the else whatever that means. Okay, you can reduce it to whatever. This in answer in decimal should be this. Okay, look at the next question. The next question is two are spades and one is a heart. Now, as I told you in the beginning, when I started with question number 2, that the third question can be broken up into 3 parts. One of the parts is number 2, which I just solved, right? Now, if you see number 3, 2 are spades and one is a heart. Here, the order is not mentioned, right? So I say, let's see the event. 2 are spades and one is a heart, right? How many events favorable to see? Now, Kushi, your answer will be accepted
Yes, sir.
because the order is not mentioned here. So 2 spades can be chosen from 13 in 13C2 ways, and 1 heart can be chosen in 13C1 ways, right? So this is as 2 spades can be chosen out of 13 in 13C2 ways, and 1 heart can be chosen out of 13 in 13C1 ways. Hence required probability is PC, which is equal to 13C2 into 13C1 divided by 52C3. And this should give you which in decimal means, okay. So that is a very important problem and something that should make you understand a lot of things, this problem, especially the
Yes,
concept of
sir.
mutually exclusive. Okay, so we'll move to the next problem here. Okay, number 16. If you see question number 16, the question states here, an urn contains 9 balls, 2 of which are blue, 3 are red, and 4 are black. 3 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability that? And you have questions. Let us write down, draw the urn so that you don't have to always look at the question. Okay, 2 are blue. So 2 blue. 2 blue balls, and you have 3 red balls and 4 black balls. Okay, so total is your 9 here. What is the probability? And 3 balls are drawn. 3 are drawn. 3 balls are drawn at random. And then you have question. First of all, how many events that are mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and equally likely?
9C3.
9C3. As any 3 balls can be selected out of 9 in 9C3 ways. Okay, fine. Now we answer the first question. Question is all three balls are of different colors. Suppose if we define the event, let A be the event. All three balls are of different colors. So how many events favorable to A? See, two blue balls are there. All three balls have to be different colors, and there are three colors only, right? You can have one blue ball, you can have one red ball, and one black ball, right?
Yes, sir.
And since you can have one blue ball, how many blue balls are there? Two. So you can select one blue ball out of two in 2C1 ways, and
Yes, sir.
one red ball out of three in 3C1 ways,
Yes, sir.
right? And one black ball out of four in 4C1 ways, right? As one blue ball can be selected out of two in 2C1 ways, one red out of three in 3C1 ways, and one black out of four in 4C1 ways. Hence, what is the required probability? PA 2C1 into 3C1 into 4C1 by 52C3. This is the required probability, and this should come.
Sir, it would be 9C3.
How much? 9. Okay.
So 9. Yes.
9C3. So this should come to 6 by 7. Calculate. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next question. Two balls are of the same color and a third of a different color. So what are the possibilities here? Can you tell me? Two balls, three colors are given. What are the possibilities? First, you can have two blue and one red, right?
Yes, sir.
Or what else can you have? You can have two blue and one black,
Yes, sir.
or
Sir, two black, one blue.
yes, you can have
Sir, two black, one red.
two black, one blue, accepted. Next, what?
Two black, one red.
Two black, one red, accepted.
Two red, one black.
Two red,
One black.
one black, accepted.
Two red, one blue.
Two red,
One blue.
one blue, right? Any other?
No, sir.
I don't think so, right? So now, two balls of the same color and one of a different color. Let's write this here. Two balls of the same color and one of a different color can be chosen in the following ways. A, two blue and one red. In how many ways? How many of them are there? See, note there are two blue, three red, and four black, right? So Let me just make a note here so that I remember. There are in total 2 blue, 3 red, and 4 black. Okay, now if you see 2 blue and 1 red, in how many ways can you do it? 2 blue, 2 out of 2 blue balls, and 1 out of 3 red balls, 3C1 ways. Right? You agree?
Yes, sir.
Next, what was the next case that we considered here? 2 blue and 1 black. In how many ways? Blue, how many?
2C2,
2C2 into 4C1.
4C1.
Or next case is 2 black and 1 blue. 2 black,
4C2.
yes, 4C2 into 2C1.
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 Or
2C2.
you can have
3C1.
2 black and 1 red. Okay? 2 black and 1 red in 4C2 into what you said? 3C1, right?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. 2C2.
4C2. There are 4 black balls in total. That's why.
Oh, okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2 red and 1 black. There are 3 red balls, so 3C2 into 4C1 ways, right? Or 2 red and 1 blue in 3C2 into blue, how many? 2C1 ways, right? So all these ways. Now, if I define the event C as, or let's say B, because we have A we had started with. We define the event B as 2 balls are of the same color, 2 balls of the same color, and 1 of a different color. Is drawn. Therefore, what are the events that are favorable to B? You add up all this, right? Because you have OR in between.
Yes, sir.
So whatever ways that you are getting, you add them up. Therefore, number of events favorable to B is equal to 2C2 into 3C1 plus 2C2 into 4C1 plus 3C2 into 2C1 plus 3C2 into 4C1 plus 4C2 into 2C1, A, B, C, D, and you have 2 more, right? So 4C2 into 2C1 into 4C2 into 3C1. These were the cases above, all divided by 9C3. Oh, sorry. This is the probability. This is the number of events that are favorable, right? So what should be the required probability? All this divided by 9C3, right?
Yes, sir.
Required probability PB. which is equal to 2C2, 3C1, all this. That's 2C2 into 4C1 plus 3C2 into 2C1 plus 3C2 into 4C1 plus 4C2 into 2C1 plus 4C2 into 2C1 plus 4C2 into 3C1. All this divided by 9C3. And this should come to 55 by 84. Required problem. Okay. We move on to the next question now. Third question is all three balls are of the same color. Fine, all three balls of the same color. In how many ways can I do it? How many ways is it possible? All three balls same color? Three balls you are picking up, right? All three balls can be blue, but there are only two blue balls. So all three cannot be blue, right? So blue is out.
Yes, sir.
All three can be red or all three can be black, right? So only two ways, right? So in how many ways can you select? Number 3 is three balls of the same color. Can be selected in the following ways. A, all three red. In how many ways? 3C3 ways, right? Because there are three red balls in total. Or you can have all three black balls
43 ways.
in 4C3. So now if I define the event C as all three balls drawn are of the same color, how many events favorable to C? Tell me.
So 3C3 plus 4C3.
Exactly, plus, because we have an OR in between. So 3C3 plus 4C3, right? Hence, required probability EC 3C3 plus 4C3 divided by 9C3. And your answer is 1 plus 4 by 84, which is equal to 5 by 8. Fine. So that's it. I'll stop here.